dark night. The kind of night that would make a family man shiver and a lonely man go mad. You could, It was a beautiful sunlit morning. The kind of morning where you'd expect to wake up to bacon and eggs and a rooster crowing. You could, It was 5:30 on a dreary, overcast morning. The sun was just threatening to come up over the horizon, like a runny Spanish omelet at the edge of a cheap diner plate. Bobley. Bill? Lay? Biff. Sam. Mortimer. Harold? Grip lay with his hat tipped over his head, his legs stretched across his desk. His chair held him as he slept, like a baby in a bassinet. Only the night before had he just escaped, running scared, life in limbo. The hardest case of his life. It had been meatloaf night at his mother's. Suddenly, a noise stirred Grip to consciousness, like a spark in a pile of dead leaves. His eyes fluttered open like a newborn sparrow, and then he heard it again.
Harold! Do you hear me?
Yes, Tessie, dearest. I'll be down in just a few minutes, Tessie, my honey love.
You better be, Harold. Little Dirk has a bloody nose, and Mabel can't find her Sally suit doll, and I've got a spitting headache.
It was the sound of his lock being picked. He slowly rose to his feet, his hands fingering the cold metal of old Betty. His hands fingering the cold metal of old Tessie, like passionate fingers on the neck of a lover. As he slid toward the door, he could make out a shadow through the glass pane of the door. The word detective plastered against it like a shabby tattoo. His heart pounding, he positioned himself behind the door and awaited the impending violence. And then he heard it. It was the jolt of the last tumbler in place. He licked his pasty lips, fighting past the sickening taste of morning breath. His fingers tensed on Tessie as his eyes watched the doorknob slowly turn. Slowly, slowly, then with a final push, the door swung open and... Mabel Cuddles, you know that Daddy's busy right now. You know Daddy's writing. Snookums.
But Dad, Dirk has 3 piggies and
Mabel, just tell Dirk that Daddy said to share, okay? Tell him that I said so, okay, sugar pie?
Yeah, okay.
A figure entered. And at just the right moment, Grip threw his overcoat over his victim and pounced. He pounced and... Give me a second. Pounced. And leaped and ambushed and sprung and pounced on his victim, dragging him to the floor like a tiger readying his evening meal. Leaving the meat on the floor for a second, he raced to the wall switch and flicked it on, instantly turning the room into a carnival of blinding light. Closing the door, he returned to his victim and then flipped him over onto his back. Then he unwrapped him with a sneer like a brat unwrapping a Tommy gun on Christmas. He stepped back in surprise, for there before him lay a beautiful
Piggy!
lady.
You ain't getting it. I don't care what Daddy said. This is war!
She coughed and shook her head, trying to shake off the stranglehold the unwitting Grip had reflexively applied only moments before. Grip grabbed a coffee mug and began to pour her a cup of... Grip grabbed a mug and looked for some water to... Grip grabbed a mug and the open bottle of scotch he always kept in his... Okay. He grabbed a glass and the open bottle of scotch he always kept in his bottom drawer for emergencies. He knelt next to her and poured her a shot. No, make it a double! And he placed it near her lips. She pushed it back into his shocked face, laughing scornfully as the drops of scotch cascaded from his face, like morning dew off a cactus spike. Then, just as suddenly, she grabbed his face and kissed him violently. Abruptly, she broke away, gathered her belongings, and headed for the door, leaving Grip stunned, hurt, angry, and wet. He moved swiftly to her. She opened the door, the sheer force of his hand pushed it shut again, and she turned to him expectantly. He took her hand and led her back to their places on the floor, hungrily eyeing those lips that had inflicted such a delicious wound. Peering into her eyes, from the depths of his maleness, he commanded.
Do it again.
Obediently, she poured another shot of scotch and splashed it onto his face.
No, not that big. Never mind. Please, sit down.
I am.
Good. Now, tell me, who are you?
That I cannot tell you, but here is my number. You can call me anytime.
So there it was. She hadn't meant to, but already she'd given him a clue to begin to unlock that close-kept secret that would unravel her like a badly knit shawl. You can call me anytime.
All right, anytime. Tell me.
But...
Shh. It's okay. I know now.
So he had a beautiful mystery dame named Anytime with an accent. What was it?
And that accent, Dollface.
He looked at her with infinite intelligence. He looked at her with a lot of intelligence?
I'd say you're from Macon, Georgia. Southwest side, 2 miles east from Bob's Burger Joint. A little shack with begonias on the left-hand side of the street.
But how did you draw these conclusions?
I get paid to draw these conclusions. I was right, wasn't I?
No,
Close?
not even close.
A little shack in Texas.
Nope,
A 4-bedroom colonial in San Francisco.
nope,
A mansion in Vermont.
nope.
He flashed a mocking smile. She was playing hard to get, of course.
The stockyards in Chicago. The schoolyards in the Bronx. A ranch in Wyoming.
Sorry.
And then it struck him.
You're not from this country, are you?
She gasped!
But how did you know?
Damn it! It's my business to know. Now tell me, anytime.
Tell you what? Anytime?
Don't be cute. Why did you come here?
Somebody tell me your office was decorated in a disgusting puke green color. I had to see for myself. They were right.
She was toying with him, like a cat with a trapped mouse.
You're being pursued, aren't you?
Yes, but how did...
Stop playing games. The man who's pursuing you, he wants you.
Murderer, yes!
She jumped to her feet and... She slowly got to her feet and... Okay. She paused for a moment and then struggled to her feet, trying to determine where to begin to make sense of it all.
I was a punk painter when I lived in Russia many years ago.
I thought you were. Those slim, artistic hands have really painted many a landscape.
What? No, a painter. You know, like this? A painter made a football on 4th down.
She was a punter, and as her story unfolded, she'd been a good one, too. That wasn't until her coach let her go one day, and that's when she packed up her bags and headed for America.
Harold?
Tessie?
Harold, it's 5 p.m. Do you know what that means?
That means that the is on the 12
It
and...
means the kids are starving and I'm going nuts. What are you doing that's more important than your wife and kids, I want to know?
Tessie, dearest, you will be so proud of me. I'm writing a play.
Thank you.
I'm writing a play.
Another play. Huh. What happened to those mailing doodads you were writing? There was money in them.
Tessie, dearest, this is a play. Can you imagine your Harold writing a play? They give Pulitzer prizes for this stuff.
Pulitzer's one of them beers, Harold. I don't want one of them beer companies coming around interviewing me.
No, Tessie, it's... Okay, just a few more paragraphs and then I'll be down for dinner. Okay, love?
60 seconds. The one over my head, and not a second more. Pulitzer, honestly.
When she was done with her story, she sat down next to Grip and peered into his eyes questioningly.
Give it over to me anytime. It'll be easy that way. Come, clean with me anytime.
Not understanding his strange invitation to come clean with him, the Russian stood quietly and began to dust the chair as she spoke.
When I come to America, I have not much money. Yes?
Yes, go on.
So I become a pudding instructor.
A pudding instructor? You mean?
Yes. I teach the golfers how to food.
Ah, hotting.
Yes, pudding. It was the only way I can make a living. And then...
A note of fear struck discord in her voice. Oh, ew. Let's have, you know, when the orchestra, when it plays one of those, what do you call it? You know, when it does... Yeah, one of those chord thingies.
And then a man came to me one day. He was a big man. And his grip.
His grip? Yes, yes!
No, grip! Oh. Ah.
Which you got the large pizza with anchovies and olives?
Over here.
Hey, that woman, she's...
Yes, she's a putting instructor.
She's dead! You...
Hey, relax, she's
You
just...
killed her! You murderer! I'm calling the police!
Hey, what about my pizza?
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sorry about that. That'll be 13.52.
Wait, I've got
What?
a coupon.
Oh,
I've got a coupon.
oh, I'm sorry. No can do. This expired the last week.
Come on.
Hey, I don't make the rules. Ah, nice tip. Thanks.
Yeah, sure. See ya.
Yeah, see ya, you fiend. And police! Murder!
Murder you if you don't come out right now!
Coming, Cupcake, coming!
Daddy! Dirk called me out fat pig!
Dirk,
Did not! I called you a fat twig!
Now, Dirk!
Harold, do something with these brats so I can eat up the meatloaf!
Now, children!
Communist! I'm not! I'm not! Daddy, what's a communist?
Hey! Psst! You! The fourth form on the floor. Hello?
I heard you already.
Can you believe this?
Look, this is where Harold left us, so it's just where we have to stay. Got it?
Yeah. I understand the rules. I got the latest edition of Rules for Four Forms in my mail too. It's just,
What?
I'm fed up of being part of these inane little plays, you know? For every Arthur Miller and William Shakespeare, there are 100 Harold Finnegans.
Look, this is how they learn, alright? If you don't like it, then resign. You don't have to be a theater thought form anymore. You can be a movie thought form or a carpenter thought form. Everyone's got thoughts. Now, stop bothering me. I'm resting.
I tried being a movie thought form once, you know. At one point, I was Sylvester Stallone's idea of a good time. Oof, hard work, let me tell you. No, I want to be a theatre thought form. It's just that I studied Shakespeare.
I know, you studied Shakespeare, and now you're spending your time doing Finnegan.
Yeah. I just can't help but think there must be some way out of this play. Or finding another one.
Or helping this Harold get with his? Yeah, believe me, I thought about it. But there isn't. So that's...
Hey! Helping this Harold guy with his play. I like that idea. I mean, the guy's got this plot going with his Russian spy.
Anytime. Do you believe it?
No. But it could be fun, you know. I mean, I'm supposed to be this guy.
Grip?
Yeah, grip. Man, my neck is stiff.
Roll your head a bit. That always works for me.
Roll? I can't. I mean, we're not supposed to move, right? Those are the rules, right?
Well, if you're gonna live and die by them, I guess.
But you said...
Go ahead. Roll your neck. It won't kill anyone, and I'm not watching.
Okay, here goes. Oh, man. That is better. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Hey, if we can do that, we can do anything. I mean, we could write the play for him.
I was just scratching my back.
Oh, yes, but just think. We both know the theatre. I've played just about every part there is.
Me too. Trouble is, Harold's gonna do the writing.
Okay, so we sort of slip him some ideas. Bet we can do that, huh?
Slip him some... I mean, I don't know about this. We're messing with the guy's mind here. If his thoughts start giving him hints, this is like mind mutiny, do you know what I mean?
Were you ever a thought form for someone insane?
Yeah?
A lot more freedom.